Hey there you guys, welcome back to the Doug and Racecraft YouTube channel. On this episode, we try and go 9s in my Coyote swapped King Cobra. Alright guys, we begin this video at the track. Only thing changed since last time outing would be the addition of some Mickey Thompson ET Street R tires. So let's get into it.
That felt pretty good, but I don't think that had enough to go 9s. From what the draggy's telling me, we went 10-10, which is still, you know, a personal best for this car. So, how's it going today?
Have a lollipop.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one.
You too. All right, we went 10-1-2 at 140.5. Went 169 to the 60 foot, so we did go better. We are in the heat of the day, which obviously doesn't help. We're gonna let it cool down for a little bit. Hopefully the sun goes down, we gain a little bit of DA, and we'll run it back. All right, going to make our second pass. As of now, not really gonna do anything different. Let it cool down, put some ice in the ice tank, and we'll see what it does.
I just wanted to take a picture.
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in a video.
Yeah.
Say hi. Say hi.
Oh, hi. Hey. Hey, don't suck.
Pass. I'm going to the right lane this time to see if it's any better. I doubt it is, but worth a shot. I'm racing some fucking piece of shit Chevy truck though, so I'm gonna fuck with him this time. Have a little bit of fun at least. That might have been it. Thank you very much. Still going pretty good to the 60 foot, 166 to the 60. Down a couple mile an hour probably because of the DA, so. Be a pretty good bracket car though. Went 10-17 at 140.01.
Alright, so there were a few changes that were made in between the previous videos and the videos that you're about to see now. The car previously had a 350 gear in the 9-inch center section with a Ford track lock limited slip. Obviously, we were hitting the limiter in 4th gear. There's an issue with the tune that we'll get into later on, but I knew that we were going to have to re-gear the car. Just as a proof of concept, I went to a 273 rear gear with a spool. Ideally, the car would have a 320 gear, so it would be able to cross the beams in 4th gear at 7,000 RPMs without hitting the limiter. However, I didn't want to spend money to buy a new gear set, so I was going to use just gears that I had laying around. In another center section, the nodular iron one that I had broken the pinion support out of it, so just threw it in another center section together just to get us by. VMP had also come out with a new throttle body adapter to use a Mustang GT throttle body. Instead of using the Hellcat one, we were having some drivability issues. So we went from a 92mm throttle body back down to the stock Mustang GT, which is an 80mm. Supposedly it's not that much of a power difference. I don't have the dyno numbers to prove that. So I had the car with me in Milwaukee, going to Great Lakes Dragway. Decided to drive the car there instead of trailing it because this is a street car, which ended up biting me in the ass because it stormed horribly on the way home. Shout out to a good buddy of mine, Tyler Jasky, for sticking with me, making sure I got it home safe. So huge shout out to him for that. So without further ado, let's get back to it.
All right, going to make our first pass of the night. Got an ice down from the drive here. We'll see what it does.
So I'm going to save myself some embarrassment here. My original voiceover here said that the car spun because of the track prep. What actually happened, come to find from video after the fact, that isn't very good quality, so I'm not going to include it here. The car actually tire shook really hard. I don't know if you can see in the video. It does shake visibly. It's essentially folding up the driver's side tire. Because I had too much preload on the driver's side upper bar, so putting a lot more pressure on the driver's side tire than it was on the passenger side tire.
All right, so we're going to make our second pass. It spun last time, I don't know why.
So I didn't realize we needed to make that suspension change until after this pass. Only made a total of 3 passes that night. Unfortunately for you guys, I did not record the 3rd pass. So we made the suspension change, which did get us where we needed to be. However, it also put the passenger tire in contact with the front inner fender liner. So it did gouge a huge groove in the center tire, and it was essentially rubbing on the tire, obviously, the whole way down. Even then, it still went 10.07 at 135 miles an hour. So nearly went 9s, went 150 to the 60 foot, pulled the tires off the ground, all the good stuff. Nearly went 9s, even though it was down 6 miles an hour from where it normally would be. So needless to say, once the suspension is all figured out, definitely going to be a 9-second car.
Alright, well this is the part you never see. While this is a street car, yes, it does not have functional windshield wipers. And it is pouring rain right now. Currently doing about 39 miles an hour because we're on fucking radials, because I'm an idiot.
So unfortunately that is going to do it for this video. I hate ending videos without a good payoff, but I just want to prove to you guys that sometimes it's not all sunshine and rainbows. You know, when you get into this caliber of car, it does take work to make it work right and to make it go fast. But one thing I will promise you is that the next time this car is at any racetrack, it is for sure going 9s. And it's not going to go no bullshit 999. It's going 980s, 970s right off the rip. And that is definitely something you can look forward to seeing on this channel. So if that is something that interests you, please consider subscribing. It really does help, as always. Like the video if you like the video. Leave any comments if you have any comments or questions. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope to catch you in the next one. Y'all take care now.